Greetings, PCGen enthusiasts. This is Andrew Maitland with the PCGen project. Going to go over some new tags, or I should say new files, that will actually hold new tags that came out for the version release of 6.5.5, which came out November 5th, 2015. So as you can see, I've got my editor already up. I've got a saves file, an alignment file, a stats file, and another new file that you're going to start seeing a lot more of is data controls. So what the team has been working towards is taking objects out of the game mode itself and being able to put that into the control of the data sets themselves. So if you want to have control over, your check name or your save name, Fortitude, want to change that, you can without having to make yourself a new game mode to use. As we all know, you can't really switch characters between game modes very easily. So we take all our definitions here. You got your stats, you got your checks, and you got your alignments. So it's fairly simple. You just take all this over. Let's see, that was the alignments. Put that in there, and then you remove the alignment name portion. So this is like your ability files, your equipment files, or anything like that. It's basically the object name first, and then all the normal legal tags go in. So if you want to add a new alignment, this is now your opportunity. You're going to need to have the sort key. That is a requirement. We've added the abbreviation and a key name. So you can actually have a different abbreviation from your key. So if you want to go neutral, now you can, and then you can still keep the key and nothing will change. For our saves, it's pretty much the same concept. Just take it over, drop it in here, remove the very first tag here. We're no longer required to identify it because it's its own file. Same thing, we have a sort key. You could do a key name in here, but that's not required for this one. And you can alter your saves as you so desire. And then finally our stat name. So the only thing left in this file is the bonus spells. As soon as that goes away, then we won't need that file at all. So we add our stats, and there you have it. Pretty much a simple transfer over. So for those people that want to make their own custom game systems where the stats have different names, feel free to change them now. You can keep the same key, so you can identify them in existing PCGen sets and not have to worry about rekeying everything like your skills or anything that's bonusing your stats. So if you wanted to change this to manual dexterity, now you can. It's still going to be in the same sort order because of our sort. It's still going to be abbreviated dex, so you can change that to MDX if you wanted, and then you just leave the key name, which is what references the file. As you can see, it's used all throughout here. So you can make these little modifications within your own game folder, in your data folder here, and have a lot more control. And this is one of the big steps that we are working towards to get away from the system primarily being D20 reliant. Although we primarily support D20 systems, we want you to be able to alter and do your own thing in your own games, because we all know that you have homebrews, and we know that people want to be able to adjust things and not have to go through lots of hoops and ladders. So now, in your file here, you just add those new tags. And to make it simple, alignment, and our convention is 2 underscores for these files, and then align list, save, rsrd, double underscore, saves, stat, rsrd, stats, and then for our data control, I can type today. Data controls. And data controls, actually, you're going to see that a lot more. In fact, tell you what, I'll pull that up right now for you. So in Pathfinder, you're going to see this used quite a bit. Here's an existing data control. We have our fact definitions and fact set definitions. So this is where we can actually come up with new definitions. It's based on the ability or the class or the deity. These are basically the file types of where the information is going to be stored. As you can see here, I've already set up a fact definition of race. Is this a PC or is this a companion? And we have data format for that, Boolean, or you can do a string or a number. Pretty realistic expectations here. So I set this up to handle our archetype system. Most of these are all going to be Booleans, and it's by archetypes, or and then class features. This is set up when I thought the archetypes and the class features had to be kind of different because you had you know, trap sense. But I never had to change that, so now it still functions. But this is a new change that we've introduced as well. So data control holds facts for this time. So you can have a fact, which is a singular, or a fact set, which can be multiples. Like I said, the data format, you can make it visible on the UI, and then allow it to be selectable by our choose tag, which is pretty cool. And then this is a new tag specifically for this. It's called the explanation. This is just a basic text to tell whoever comes after you, what is this supposed to do? And then you can also have your little display name. If you do start making any of these, required no should be your default standard. If you make this a yes, every single object type of that needs to have this on it. So if I were to make this a required, every single race object would need a fact is PC statement on it. So I would avoid using that at all, unless you're going to really use that for whatever reason. So this is a lot of new things coming down the pike. Like I said, this is for 6.5.5, which just came out today on the 5th of November, which is really cool. And you can start making your own home brews and go to town with it. And hope you found this enjoyable. Till next time.